What does it take to make a fresh and perfect cup of coffee? It takes more than just brewing the coffee. The coffee we enjoy each day has taken a long journey to arrive in our cup. Let's start this journey. 1. Where it grows. To have great quality of Arabica coffee, the demography where the coffee is planted and the soil are one of the most important aspects. Coffee plantations are normally located in highland areas between 1,300 and 1,500 meter altitude, and it takes about 7 years to mature fully. Location affects up to 20% in coffee quality. 2. Coffee plant care. Coffee plant care is the key for a good harvest and the taste from the coffee. Coffee seeds are generally planted in shaded large beds. The seedlings will be watered frequently and shaded from bright sunlight until they are hearty enough to be permanently planted. The right organic fertilization and special care is then taken. In this case, we do not use synthetic agrochemicals and plant protection methods, making our coffee an organic coffee. During the pruning process, which encourages healthy growth and flowering of the crops, care is also taken, protecting them from fungus and agricultural diseases. It will take approximately 3 to 4 years for the newly planted coffee trees to bear fruit. The fruit, called the coffee cherry, turns a bright, deep red when it is ripe and ready to be harvested. Only the ripe cherries are harvested, and they are picked individually by hand. This harvest is labor-intensive and used in harvesting our Arabica beans. The day's harvest is then transported to the processing plant. Coffee plant care affects up to 10% in coffee quality. 3. Coffee bean processing. Coffee cherries that has been harvested should be immediately treated to prevent chemical reactions that can degrade the quality of the coffee. Starting from removing the dirt and separating the red fruits from the yellow or green fruit. Separation of fruit is useful to distinguish the quality of the coffee beans produced. Peeling the fruit skin with the help of spindles. This process is done by rushing water to soften the skin, enabling it to be easily separated from the seeds. The results of the process of stripping the skin of the fruit is a seed that still have bark horn. The next step is the drying process. This is done using sunlight or a drying machine. For drying, the beans are evenly dispersed. The thickness of the pile of seeds should be no more than 4 centimeters. They are raked and turned regularly. The drying process takes about 2 to 3 weeks until they produce coffee beans with a moisture content of no more than 12%. The water content is controlled, enabling coffee beans to not easily change its taste, and is resistant towards fungal attack. After the beans reaches the moisture level of 12%, the process of stripping the skin horn begins. Stripping can be done by grinding or with the aid of pulping machines. It is always recommended to use machines as it reduces the risk of damage to the coffee beans. Results after stripping at this stage is called rice coffee beans. To get quality coffee beans with grade 1, the coffee beans that have been peeled are sorted. The aim is to separate the dirt, broken grains from the whole coffee beans. The criteria grade 1 indicates that in 1 kilogram of coffee, there are no more than 10 seeds which are broken. The first stage of sorting is done by using a sorting machine. This machine functions separating broken and whole seeds. It also separates large and small beans. After using the machine, the final sorting is done manually by hand, with the aim to do the final sorting and inspection. Coffee bean processing affects up to 30% of the quality of the coffee. 4. Coffee roasting process. The roasting process is what produces the characteristic flavor of coffee by causing the green coffee bean to change in color and taste. It creates the flavor profile of the coffee bean, determining if your coffee will be light or dark, sweet or bitter. Roasting changes pretty much everything about the green coffee bean. It causes the bean to expand and change in color, taste, smell, and density. Using the latest technology, we make sure our beans are roasted to a consistent temperature to ensure the flavor profile of the coffee. Coffee roasting process affects up to 30% in coffee quality. 5. Coffee cupping. Coffee cupping or coffee tasting is the practice of observing the taste and aromas of brewed coffee. It is a professional practice but can be done informally by anyone or by professionals known as Q graders. A standard coffee cupping procedure involves deeply sniffing the coffee, then loudly slurping the coffee so it spreads to the back of the tongue. The coffee taster attempts to measure aspects of the coffee's taste, specifically the body, sweetness, acidity flavor, and aftertaste. Having a good quality cup of coffee is not just the brewing process. It takes a lot of effort involving lots of people before it is served in our cup. Maha Dewa coffee. Taste, adore, love. For more information, please check our website www.mahadewacoffee.com.